Hello people, I am Jaby KOAY, and as you can see, we're in a different space here, a slightly different space. Been doing some moving around of the furnitures, and you can't tell, but I'm in a cramped space that's maybe about 2 feet wide, or maybe more. My couch is right here, my poster's right here, my DVDs are behind me, and I thought this would look like a cool spot to do some recording. The title of this video should be something along the lines of An Auntie Rejected Jaby, or Auntie Rejects Jaby, something like that. That will sound kind of clickbaity, but it's not, I promise you. Before we get into that story, just want to string you guys along just a little bit. I've been getting a lot of emails ever since I put out that video about the poem from a fan of the channel. It was a video titled something to the effect of, "No one's gonna watch this video, but whatever." And then I said what it was in the title. Some people thought it was clickbaity, but as soon as they watched it, they realized that it really wasn't clickbait. And there was a lot of people who actually enjoyed that video, and I was really happy that they enjoyed it. It made me feel good that that the poem resonated with so many people. So that was really awesome. And the lady who wrote it was very, very happy that people were so fond of it and were so inspired by it. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, I've been getting a lot of emails since that video of people going, "So you like poems? Here's mine, Jaby." And I haven't had a chance to read any of them because I've been so busy, but it's just kind of interesting, and it made me think what the result will be once this video is out. A bunch of aunties who are like, Auntie's Got Talent. Kind of like America's Got Talent. We got Auntie's Got Talent on the Jaby KOAY channel because let's just tell the story, shall we? It's not really even much of a story. I should probably see if I can locate my text messages first before I jump into it because I have to share something that was sent to me from this particular lady. As I look this up, I'll try to tell the story at the same time. Basically, I was at the dentist office really early. They were cleaning one side of my mouth. They had to numb up my mouth. They had to do some thorough cleaning. Then a week later, they had to numb the other side of my mouth and clean that side. The second time I went in, which was a week later, there was a lady there, an older Indian lady, who was listening to some Punjabi music. And it wasn't like party Punjabi music. It was this lady who was singing this ballad or something. It was this beautiful voice. And she had no concern for the fact that she was in a waiting room with other people. Now, in the States, it's pretty obnoxious to have your phone blasting loud with music or anything while you're in a waiting room. There was a TV on with an old television show from the late 80s, and people are on their phones as they are, just kind of in their own world. And here's this Indian auntie in the corner just playing her Punjabi music really loud. And I had two options. I could ignore her, which is what I would normally do in a situation like that, or I could talk to her and find out what this is about. My assumption was that she was listening to Indian music, but at first glance, I wasn't sure that she was Indian. And so, of course, I sit down, I take out my earbuds, and I'm like, "So what is that?" And she goes, "Oh, it's Punjabi music." And she doesn't know who the artist is. She's like, "Yeah, someone sent it to me on WhatsApp." And I asked, "Could you send that to me? Because I really like it." Really, I didn't care about the Punjabi music. What I cared about was figuring out if I could get this auntie to be on my YouTube channel. So I was using the Punjabi music as a means to an end. I tried WhatsApping with her, and that wasn't working for some reason. So I just texted her directly. And I said, "This is Jaby, met at the dentist's office. We spoke about the Punjabi artist." And so then she sent me this music. I'm going to play a few seconds of it. I'll have to cut it off based on whatever copyright claims hit my video. I can only play, I think, a maximum of 20 seconds. So I'll play this for you. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. This is pretty. It's really pretty. And then she sent me one more. It says "Bad and Good" on the title of the video. All right. So then I texted her, "If you happen to find out their names, would love to know. By the way, this is my YouTube." This lady has no idea who I am. I say, "By the way, this is my YouTube channel. You're welcome to come on and be a guest. We look at Indian films and Indian content every day." I thought it would be fascinating to have this random Indian auntie that I met at the dentist office come on my YouTube channel, and then suddenly maybe her family in India sees her and kind of loses their mind seeing their auntie on my YouTube channel. I thought that would be a fascinating little story. I'm like that. I'm very strange. It's like instead of doing like an LA casting call for older Indian women or going like out into an Indian community, it's like someone randomly comes my way and I go, well, maybe that's destiny. Maybe that's serendipitous. Like that's supposed to happen. Where serendipitous is the wrong word. I'm thinking of providence. That's the word I was looking for. Where I happen upon somebody. Like, okay, for instance, a lot of people really, really like Jackie Zender. The way I met her was I was doing pull-ups at the gym with my weight vest, and she was behind me on a mat stretching. And I looked at her, and she just struck me as someone who was maybe possibly an actress, maybe possibly comfortable in front of the camera. And I try to read people as quickly as possible, because it's part of my job to read people. I thought maybe she had an interesting personality. And I spoke to her real briefly. I'm like, are you cool with like social media stuff, et cetera, et cetera? And she's like, yeah. And then she took a chance with me and turned out she was a super profoundly interesting person. And that's happened to me a lot, where I just take a chance, I meet someone, and I have a conversation and see where it goes. And then I bring them into the channel. I mean, before this YouTube channel, became what it is, that's just sort of how I conducted my life. I would just talk to random people at any opportunity, and who knows what opportunity would come from that. That's how I met Sintel. We met at a post office. He was standing behind me in line. I've told that story a number of times. So likewise with this Indian woman, she's at the dentist's office playing her loud Punjabi music, and I was excited, and I was like, you know what, let's see. Radio silence. She is not interested in coming on this channel, and I'm not going to press her. I'm not going to bother her. That would be a dick move to do, but I just thought that experience was worth sharing with you guys. I wanted to do this with Achara on camera with me so she could hear the story and you guys could see her response, but she's in the middle of a crazy edit right now, and so it might come out before this video. Basically, it's the stand-up Netflix special for Verdas, which it may not look like it when you watch it, but it's an intense edit. Those Netflix videos, the web series stuff that have to be cut down to 10 minutes are always like super intense edits because Achara has to go through it with a fine-tooth comb. I don't touch those. That was like an agreement between Achara and I because she was more adamant about doing those videos than I was because I knew what was involved. And she's like, I'll edit it. I'm like, okay, then that's on you. I am not touching those because it looks like I'm going to want to pull my hair out. And my life's already crazy as it is. So anyway, I'm opening this up to whoever is an Indian auntie. I hope that's not like offensive to say, but if you consider yourself, if you know that that's the category you fit into, and you are relatively close to the Los Angeles area, and you're comfortable coming onto my channel and facing the potential praise or scrutiny of some of the comments on the YouTube channel, if you're welcome to come on. I would love to have some Indian aunties come on this channel. I think that would be awesome, potentially hilarious, potentially very insightful, potentially very educational, potentially very aggravating. Either way, it's going to be entertaining, I think, at the end of the day. So I'm putting this out there because some people seem to be of the mindset that I only want to have hot babes on my channel. And that's a very, very bad misconception. That's not what I'm after here. I'm after something totally different, which I've explained before, and I don't feel the need to explain again. But yeah, so I'd like to open this up to some Indian aunties to come on the channel. I think that would be quite fun. I wonder if I'm going to run into this Indian lady again. And if I do, I'm going to show her this video. And hopefully there are some interesting comments here for her to read and see what she missed out on for rejecting me. Anyway, that was fun. If you have any aunties that live in Los Angeles that you want to push my way, you can drop their contact over at jabykoayfamily@gmail.com. That is where I'm going to be looking for leads of people I should reach out to and see if they want to come on. But do me a favor, do me a favor and reach out to them before I do and see if they're comfortable, because I don't want to reach out to them and they're like, who is this Jaby KOAY person? Like, you reach out to them first and make sure they're cool. And if they are cool, then, send their info my way, and then I'll reach out to them. And then we'll have your auntie. We'll do auntie roulette and Auntie's Got Talent here on the channel and see what happens. So if there is a specialty of some kind that you believe that your auntie has to offer on this channel, let's go with that. Make sure you've got in your email that your auntie, like what makes your auntie special, why I should bring her on the channel. Also, just as another option, she doesn't have to come here. I can bring my camera over to her house if we're going to do some Indian dishes or some kind of Indian board game or Indian alcohol or Indian whatever. I'm down to do it, you know? Expand my horizons. I would use more hand gestures like I normally do, but like there is no space here. Anyway, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed that. Love y'all. I am Jaby KOAY, and a peace out.